maybe political reasons. Could that be what it is? You haven't clarified for us. And you sound really sure that this is what the situation is. So I bring you back to my question. Has there been any reason at all whatsoever in the past that could cause anyone to think in this direction?
Yes, Andrew, you see, people can do things for certain reasons. It could be for economic reason. It could be for a political reason. It could be for any kind of reason at all. This is not to justify any kind of criminal act at all, in any way. I am not. Anybody that is caught, whether you are an indigene or non-indigene, into any act of criminality, you should be able to face the wrath of the law. That is me. But when people come up to hype over it, yesterday or 2 days ago, there was a security meeting at Igbo Kingdom in the palace of His Royal Majesty as Samuel Amechi. Etche is a very big local government area. In fact, one of the largest LGA in Rivers State, with about 6 major clans. And where this is happening is within Igbo clan. I am from Olako clan in Etche local government area. And as I speak with you, every other clan, in fact, Etche is one of the most peaceful local governments we have today. If you talk about the insecurity, insecurity in Etche cannot be compared with what is happening in some other local government areas in Rivers State here. But when you see some people,
which people?
Andrew, I don't know what you want. Why you're asking me about that? You want me to be very direct.
You said some
people have been on air. Some persons have been on air talking about Etche. Let me tell you what happened, Andrew. Certain persons that are brought into those forests at Igbo Etche forest are kidnapped in Port Harcourt. They take them back to those areas because that place is like a safe haven. I said it here before.
Did you come about this information by perhaps the police, or it's something that you're deducing from your own local intelligence and information gathering in your community?
You see, we have local intelligence. We also have some people have also made some confession before when similar incidents happened before. When a certain girl was kidnapped from Rumolumini, taken to Port Harcourt, the girl came and made a confession that this is where I was carried, and they took me to so place. It was on the news. So we have all some of this information, but you know the onus is on the security agencies to actually do their work, to carry out proper intelligence, to see how to comb that particular area, using both the traditional rulers, the youth organizations, the CDCs, and all the stakeholders that are interested, even the residents in those areas, those who have been able to own properties there. They should come and let the places be properly profiled. If you have a property there, maybe you have an uncompleted building, come out and identify yours, so that the government and the community will know who owns what. So that if anything happens within those areas, you know how to go about it.
You mentioned the traditional leaders. Let me start by asking whether Etche has its own local security system.
Well, in Rivers State,
because we know that we have OSPAC.
The introduction of
OSPAC. We have MOVs in
yes. Etche has local vigilantes
for various communities, or central control.
Call it OSPAC, call it SPAC, or whatever. There are local vigilantes operating within those areas, and you know that in recent time, government have said no, the vigilantes should not be armed, but the idea existing to actually move and carry out intelligence to report back, maybe to traditional rulers and the police. As I speak with you, every other part of Etche, if you commit any kind of crime, you will be arrested by the various local security agencies and taken to the police. Maybe those are vigilantes, and you will be taken to the police. This is what is happening in Etche as we speak. But that does not mean that there will be no kind of insecurity in Etche.
All right, let's take a commercial. You've said that there was a meeting between the Council of Chiefs and the traditional ruler in Etche.
Yes, with the local government chairman.
Attended as well.
I was not in attendance, but I was aware of the meeting.
Okay, all right. Hopefully when we come back, perhaps you shed more light on perhaps what might have been discussed. We'd also go back to some comments that were made by the local government chairman with regards to tackling this problem. We'll be right back after the commercial.
Do the same thing I told you that
Now past 8, it's still the Morning Crossfire on Nigeria Info. My name is Ifemi Andrew. My guest, Chief Loveday Okere, is here with me in the studio. We're looking at tackling the insecurity in parts of Etche Igbo Kingdom, precisely where we've had reports of kidnapping. And we're asking you to tell us whether or not you are satisfied with how the issue is being handled. We've been having several reports of acts of kidnapping and other forms of crime within some communities in Etche LGA. What's your view as to how it's been handled? The chairman of the local government area, Obina Anyanwu, has vowed that he would clamp down on kidnappers and their accomplices who use the area, particularly the Igbo Etche area, as hideouts and dumping ground for their victims. This was mentioned when he had a briefing with newsmen after an expanded security meeting that was held at the palace of the paramount ruler of Igbo Kingdom. And he has also said that security agencies will be conducting special and strategic operations within that area for the safety of the people. But whether you're satisfied with those measures, well, let us know what you think. Even the paramount ruler of Igbo Kingdom has also spoken, and he said that traditional leaders rulers, are ready to work with government and security agencies to fight insecurity. Let us know what your thoughts are. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. We'll be opening the phone lines in a matter of moments. On Facebook, it's Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On Twitter, it is Nigeria Info PH. Let's get to Chief Okere. Chief, so something we need to make clear. The meeting that was held, what sort of... Well, you heard what the chairman said. But then, are there any other plans on ground, perhaps agreements or arrangements that have been reached? For security reasons, you might not give us the details, we would understand. But then, we just want to confirm, yes or no, whether or not there are certain plans working with traditional leaders. Because many people believe that, well, the chiefs and the kings are those who are supposed to, be able to have some local way of handling this situation.
Asking me about if I'm satisfied with the measures taken. There is no other measure that the council chairman would take than the step he has taken. The step is coming together with security agencies, the SSS at Okere, the DPO, the traditional rulers, and every other, the NSCDC. A security meeting has been held, and there are plans to actually tackle insecurity in those. What I can tell you is the detailed arrangement on how to do that. But I also want to let the public know that if you recall, the traditional ruler said that 80% of the people perpetrating the evil in those areas are non-indigenous, and put it on record.
How did they confirm that? Or how did he confirm that?
Yes, because in the local palace, they are saying that it is only the rabbit that will tell you how many pancanes that are inside the hole. And if the rabbit tells you that, you don't need to begin to argue because it's only the rabbit that goes inside the hole and comes out.
So in other words, if I'm interpreting this correctly, are you saying that the traditional ruler might have an idea of who and how and what is happening with regards to this?
Andrew, I just dropped an adage to you. It is left for you to go and interpret it.
That's why I'm asking this question.
No. You may not ask me back. I have just dropped an adage to you. The traditional ruler have said 80% of those doing those acts, perpetrating the act, are non-indigenous. And I want to be here today to confirm the statement from the traditional ruler. And I want to say that people should not also shout tomorrow that the indigenous at Igbo Etche are intimidating the strangers. Because the community, the local government council are all out now to tackle insecurity in those areas.
How is it possible for a stranger to commit crime in a community that he's not from?
I'm not saying that there are no indigenous involved, even though I don't know even one person that is an indigenous that is involved or non-indigenous that is involved. But all I know is that people are perpetrating acts there of insecurity, of criminality within those areas. But investigations carried out within those areas have shown that because of the influx of strangers within those areas, let me tell you, these areas we are talking about, from those forests you access Iriebe to Igbo. From those forests you access Iriebe via Rumo Krushu. From those areas you access Eneka From those areas, you access some other part of Igrita. It's a very vast portion of
and it's
land.
owned by. Is it owned by the community?
This area we are talking about is not only owned by Cheo. It's a boundary area.
The property,
even though majority part of it could be owned by Etche, Igbo Etche in particular. But even when some of these things are happening outside Etche, it is standard is Etche forest. That's what I'm trying to say. And people are hyping it as if all the things that are happening within those areas have never happened before.
This particular area in Igbo Etche, where companies, the government, what exactly was the purpose of that area?
Thank you very much. I have told you here before that during the Peter Delay administration, certain portion of land was acquired there for housing estates. Now, as I speak with you, every portion of the land within those areas is owned by either individual, organizations, or even government. So the only thing that should happen in those areas is that government should actually constitute, if it's a committee, fine, to go back to those areas and profile every portion of the land there. Let me tell you what happened sometime. At Romola here, there was an uncompleted building. Today, Emerald Hotel. That building was there for a very long time. And criminals were taking advantage of it to perpetrate harm in Port Harcourt. Until the governor came and said, you either complete the building or will demolish, or government will take over the place. And the owner of the hotel came and fix it. And today, criminals are no longer within those areas. So government should come out to make a policy statement within those areas. Because Igbo people may not actually have full control of that area, because people are owning there. Uncompleted building, they cannot go and demolish people's building. Some people have purchased land there, erected some buildings that are uncompleted. So government must come in to actually secure the area. Look, as I speak with you, Andrew, have you ever heard that buses in Etche today, apart from Port Harcourt Aba-Enugu Express Road and East-West Road, Etche Road is the most busiest roads today we have in River State. Go and confirm. From Igrita to Opala, it's one of the busiest roads we have. Have you ever had any kind of a kidnapping or attack on any even Okada man from Igrita to Opala, from Chokocho to Opala? It doesn't happen because these are where Etche people are thickly populated, where Etche people are actually residing. Where this thing is happening, and it's a place where whatever that is happening there, nobody will even know. For even 1 year, nobody will know except people raise alarm. So, unlike certain areas where tomorrow you hear that a bus loaded with persons are kidnapped, it can never happen in Etche because Etche people don't condone criminalities. We don't.
So, are you insinuating that other people condone it?
Andrew, your questions are I don't know how to put it.
No, I mean, you have said in some areas where boss kidnap people.
I said we have experienced where buses, full load of buses are, people are kidnapped, or in full buses, people are kidnapped. Okay, let us not pretend. Some years back, between Emoha, between LL Road, you hear a lot of incidences like that. It was on the news, so it's not something that we pretend about. Have you ever heard that a bus load of passengers
so my question is,
kidnapped in Etche?
At the time in Etche that these things were not happening, was it that strangers were not living there?
Yes.
Strangers were living there.
When this kind of thing started happening at Igbo Etche was when strangers started coming in.
So strangers have not been living in Igbo Etche for the past 4, 3, 5 years?
Not the rate that it is now. Not the rate that it is now. The rate at which strangers has entered Igbo Etche has not been there, at least in the last 4, 5 years.
So are you saying that, no, we have a school there now in Etche. So are you saying that
the school is at Abara?
That's what we're saying.
Yes.
Because of that school, we're going to have more strangers coming there. So are you saying we should expect a higher rate of crime when that time comes?
No. Let me tell you, the situation in Igbo Etche forest area is not the same thing at Abara. It's not the same thing at Olakwo. It's not the same thing at Okehi. You need to come and appreciate the place we are talking about. You see, development comes in different ways. The way the development entered Igbo is different from the way it's coming into Abara. It's different from the way it entered Okehi. What is happening at Igbo Etche cannot happen in any other part of, because of the way people are clustered within those areas. Where this insecurity is happening, an area where it's as if it is a deserted area where people are not there. It's just a place that government is trying to develop, and people begin to appear. And criminals are taking advantage of the fact that there are no people residing there at the moment, and it's just the bush and uncompleted building that are there.
Okay, let's open the phone lines so that we can take a response and contributions from a listener. We'll come back to some more questions for you. 0809-030-6416 is the WhatsApp number. If you want to call us, you can use the number 0817-923-0009. 0817-923-0009. You can also call 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0007. You can ask your questions, so make your contributions. Chief Loveday Okere, Stakeholder in Etche, is with me in the studio. We're, of course, discussing the recent spate of kidnappings that we have seen coming from parts of Igbo Etche, to be precise. Walter is in Rukboku, so please, the moment you get on, go straight to the point, make your contribution or ask your questions. Thank you very much. Walter, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Andrew.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, the man there has spoken. And 80% of what he has said is correct. That is part of development. In development, that is what you can experience. I cannot say that Etche indigen is not involved in criminality or kidnapping in that area. I can't say that. But 80% of what is happening are strangers. I agree with him. 80%.
So should the strangers not come?
Hello?
So would you now say that we should not allow Etche people would not allow strangers?
Listen, what I have said is that the criminality or anything that is happening there, 80% are strangers coming in.
That's very correct.
Coming and going out. They know the root of all those, because that is one of the things that development causes in a community. So what they are doing is good, but I should beg and I should oblige to them, since they have had meeting stakeholders in community, they should not rule out to use local vigilante. Said it often and often. I've said it. They should not rule that local vigilante because they will help.
All right.
They will fish out all these people, local vigilantes.
Okay, Walter.
And another thing is that is not establishing them to give them incentives. Give them what they should use to work. Not every time we call police. Police are human beings like us. They have children.
All right,
so they
Walter.
should deal with the community leaders.
Thank you very much.
And the local vigilantes. That will help them.
All right, let's go to Ada George. Chima, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
You're welcome, Chima.
Yes, greetings to your guest in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Andrew, I think right now, I think what we should be focusing is solutions instead of defense mechanisms that is putting up by your guest there. I mean, I don't know how you intend to exonerate indigenous of a change. It doesn't work that way. And he failed to give a date that it is a rat in the house, that we tell the rat outside that there is fish somewhere. You understand? So that we should be thinking on how to tackle this problem. This minute, it happens everywhere. Not to come out, you're defending the chief people and all that. Look, there is nowhere there are people who are into crime. You have several police in several places. You understand? So if you everything is not about the chief, it's about strangers. So how will a stranger come from outside, access the chief forest without an indigenous from a chief? I cannot believe that. You understand?
Okay,
so
Jimmy.
I think solution is how to give people confidence. We have campuses in the state to bring confidence that people can be able to confidence. You know, who listen to school there, that should be our focal point, honestly.
All
Not
right.
to make defense.
All right, Chima, thank you very much. In Rumo Krushi, Victor on the line. Good. Hello, Victor.
Hello.
You're welcome, Victor. Yes, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I greet your guest there.
Thank you.
Telling me it's not a quarrel. It's like he brings quarrel to quarrel people. Actually, something happened and everybody know how the place is. So it shouldn't be something that we start quarreling. What we should do, you are been asking him question. He didn't even say what I want to hear. He's saying different things. This is not what we should quarrel about. It's something that we all know. Like, for instance, come to Igweche Junction here at Elemejo here in the evening. You see that you see that people are left stranded there just because of what? Because we cannot access that route because of the security. So it's not something that we should be arguing. People are saying, if you are telling us that the people that they are kidnapping, they are not from there. Okay, why are they taking them down there? So what we should look at is how we can give the solution, not argument. Thank you.
All right, Pius in Rumigbo. Good morning, Pius.
Good morning.
Okay.
What the guest is saying in the studio there, I stand to disagree with him. Because he's saying that strangers are the people causing these problems in Etche. There is no how strangers will come to your place and cause problems, and the people around there will not be aware of it. So I would say that it's development, just as somebody said. There are people coming, both strangers and the indigenous. So this, what is it called? The indigenous of those, that place, they are taking advantage of the development coming into their place, so that they are using that opportunity to, cause for. I know most of these activities. Some of them are indeed causing problems, especially these internet fraudsters. I know them. I've seen most of them, and even in that activity, some of these things. Another cause of this problem is poverty and illiteracy. That's what is causing this problem in that activity. So most of them they are just looking for money. So they will use the opportunity because of their level of ignorance. So they are using it to cause problems in that they are.
All right, Pius. Pointed. Let's go to Oyigbo. Oba, you're going to respond.
Yes, I want to respond to this particular one.
Let's just take this one call from Oba, please. You could just jot it down so you do not forget, and then we'll get you something to jot it down with. Let's go to Oyigbo. Oba is on the line. Oba, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Femi.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Please, I think your guest there is missing the point. He's sounding personal. The issue of insecurity. The point is whether strangers or indigenous, there is insecurity in Etche. That's the point. And what we should be talking is how to, combat it and stop it. Etche, I don't know, I'm starting to be corrected. I think after Obiabo even that Etche is bigger than Obiabo. I start to be corrected. They have, if you go to that place, the vast land, you cannot believe it. And every year we hear Etche supporting one party or the other. Why they cannot even attract, make government establish, their presence there is what I don't know. They have vast land and nobody is living there. Whether strangers, indigenous, it does not matter. There is insecurity, and what we should be talking about is how to fight insecurity.
All right,
it's something so personal.
Okay. Thank you very much.
It's not only in Etche that we have insecurity.
All right, Uba, thank you very much. Chief, let's get your response. You heard some of the callers. We'll take some more, but let's get your response first.
Yeah, responding from this particular last caller now, I'm happy with him. He said it is not only in Etche. And I said it here before, that act of insecurity is condemnable no matter wherever it is coming from. That I condemn it. But that only the way the reaction as it's coming concerning Etche looks as if it is a calculated attempt to demarcate Etche. I say so here. I'm from Etche, and I have every reason as a community leader, as a traditional ruler, as a politician to defend my own area. Nobody will do it for me. And that is why I'm here to say that the way people are hearing about it is not exactly the way it is in Etche. Etche is so big that what is happening in a particular area cannot be the definition of what Etche is. Yes, that area which will be tackled, and that is why we are here to look for solution. Now, responding to Victor said that he knows Etche people who are internet fraudsters that are in Port Harcourt. Pious also. That he knows Etche people who are into fraudsters that are in Port Harcourt. Thank you very much for that confessional statement. This is what we want. We don't know them. Now that you know them, maybe you will be of help when government comes to actually fish out those who are even, he said in Port Harcourt here, not even in Etche now, that they are in Port Harcourt here perpetrating crime. He said he know them. I believe that when government or when security agencies are trying to carry out investigation, you will also be of help to actually say the people you know. Because we want to condemn criminality anywhere, even in Port Harcourt here. I have said here before that the former NBA chairman was kidnapped here in Port Harcourt along East West Road. It is not in Etche. It's a very high profile kidnapping. You can see what is happening in Emoha. The local government chairman is fighting insecurity there every day, headlong. So we have to condemn it no matter where it's happening. Etche, let me repeat it here, it's a very big local government area. Very big. You cannot travel across Etche in one day. You cannot. So, and as you see this local government area, that is also how you see forest bushes across. But because of the way the people are, because the people of Etche do not condone criminality, you cannot see criminality thrive in those areas. But what happened within this Igbo Etche is that, you see, between some of the forest that is linking towards Iriebe down to Oyigbo. Yeah. Okay, if somebody enters from Iriebe into the forest, not passing through Igbo Etche and do whatever there, you will say it's a Etche person that did it. Yes, we know it's within Etche area. But we are saying that most of the things that are happening are done by strangers that would not even know.
But shouldn't it be the responsibility of the local government itself to have a system and a structure that will help to tackle this? Unless you're saying that, okay, we will not allow strangers or visitors coming to Etche anymore because when they come, we have an increased rate of crime. If we're going to go by the logic you're putting forward, doesn't it still fall back to the community itself to have a system that works? That's why I asked you from the beginning. Does Etche have its own local system? Does the council or the traditional leadership have its own system to help manage these situations and ensure that we know who comes in, who goes out to the best of our abilities?
You see,
I also asked you, are you saying that in the times that Etche was peaceful, some years back, that we've not been recording this level of kidnapping and other forms of crime? Was it that strangers were not living there? Was it that people were not coming in? The influx of strangers there was not high to do business?
You see, this area where this level of insecurity is being recorded within Igbo Etche, you hardly sometimes see any indigene there because it's a place completely, given out to maybe companies who purchase land, government, or individuals who are not even from Etche who bought land within those areas. It's not as if this thing happened where Etche people are residing properly, or Igbo Etche people are residing properly. Yes, it is the property, the land belongs to Igbo Etche, but it has been given out in one way or the other. So
does that mean it's no longer the responsibility of the council or the leadership to manage the security of those areas?
It is the responsibility of both the local government chairman, the governor, and even the president to police every part of this country. The thing now is that we are looking for solution. How is the solution going to come? It's not what I'm going to tell you here. The local government chairman has swung into action by making sure that act of insecurity within those areas must stop. And by the time those measures are being carried out, let people not also come out to complain that people are being intimidated, because every kind of measure will be carried out to make sure that calm has returned within those areas. To make sure that those who are doing businesses within those areas do their businesses very well. And if you think you are a kidnapper and you think that it is within that area that you will carry who you are victim to, it will stop.
All right, let's take some messages on Facebook. We have a commercial coming up shortly. Thank God Ability says strangers living in Igbo Etche should stop painting Igbo Etche bad. Canada Georgia says studies have revealed over time that majority of crimes are local. Owum Emmanuel on Facebook says, government, please help citizens secure their life and properties. Life is the most important thing. This person here says, Abina, because fire business don't crash. That's also a comment that we got from Facebook. We have quite a number of them on WhatsApp as well. We'll be going through a few of them, but that will be after this commercial break. To stay with us, keep those messages coming in. We'll be right back. We gradually come into the twilight of the show this morning. Interesting conversation we've been having with Chief Loveday Okere, who's Stakeholder in Etche. And plenty of messages still coming in. Let's just see this one. Stanley Ibemere on Facebook says, no, some monsters grow wide in Igbo land. Every crime committed, they call out herdsmen. All the killings, kidnapping, raping of people, they will say herdsmen. All crimes are local. Etche has been in the news for ritual killings, kidnapping, other crimes. Instead of them to look inwards and purge themselves of criminality, they blame non-indigens. On WhatsApp, some of the messages here. This one says, thanks. Benjamin says, with the way he's skipping your questions and trying to make right where there's none shows he knows something. With all that I've heard from your guest, I must say, if that man would be held and followed up, we would get to know that there will be hidden truth. We have the culprits and we are still looking for them. Benjamin, I wouldn't understand. Baba D says, please ask him how many non-indigenous of Etche have been arrested for kidnapping before. From news, around 95% of them arrested are indigents. There is no fish without water. No stranger can operate in strange land without the collaboration of villagers. Tell your guests to call a spade a spade. Agbarus Ngene from Omagwa sent in that message. All right, quickly, Chief, let's just get parting words from you. How would you say, what would you say should be the way forward now? Should we stop indigenes from coming? Is there any suggestion you would have as to what the government can copy and how to see that despite the growth and development, like many have blamed it on in non-indigenes who are strangers who are coming in, but you need the strangers' economic activities. How do you have that and still ensure that there is security?
Well, Andrew,
in few seconds.
Yes, the Constitution do not allow anybody stopping any person from moving from one place to the other. It is constitutional that you move from one place to the other within the Nigeria and do your business, and do your legitimate business.
Okay.
So the HA people cannot stop any stranger from coming in, but any stranger that is coming in must come in to do his or her businesses, legitimate businesses, without endangering the lives of the people.
All right, Chief Loveday.
So even the indigenous...
Time is already gone.
Yes,
so sorry, but we can't continue anymore. Thank you very much. Ifemi Andrew is my name. Thank you, Chief Loveday Okere. Time for the world news.
It's 9 o'clock.
And now we're bringing you